Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Pretty and Witty Book Club.
Welcome to book club.
Yeah.
Did that sound like Welcome to Moe's?
No.
Oh. That's what I was going for. Oh,
Your
well.
voice got deeper. So I was just like,
Welcome to book club.
oh, okay, she's doing a deep voice. Kind of like when you try and do accents. And...
Shut it. Shut it all the way up. First of all, my accents are on point. I dare you to say something.
You can ask her to do like an Irish accent and it's like Jamaican. You're like, what you doing there, buddy?
It's not even wrong. I need to clean out my life.
I ran into someone who had a really strong accent the other day. I was like, oh, Jessica would be fucked right now. Because Jessica can't understand accents.
I can't. So I don't know. I think it's a combination of the fact that I can't hear and I can't understand accents. If it's somebody that I spend a decent amount of time with, I get used to it.
That's fair.
Because there's people at work that will have like a stronger accent, and after I've worked with them for a while, I got it. I can piece it together. But I spend a lot of time on the phone at work, and yeah, some people I talk to. What was your name again? Can you spell it?
I'm gonna need you to spell that for me.
And sometimes when they spell it, I don't even know what they're saying. I'm just like, yep, okay, got it. Because I cannot.
Don't got it.
I cannot ask them to say it again. I get so embarrassed. Failure.
So this week's book was What Lies Between. There's two authors. I don't remember both of them. I know one of them's T.D. Findley, and the other one's I can't remember. Fuck. Hold on. Pause. You can talk.
Here's the deal. One of us read the book. One of us was a social butterfly and went to multiple baseball games and all kinds of other stuff this week and didn't read. One of us is jealous.
It is T.D. Findley and C.N. Pettit. That's how I'm going to say it. So they co-wrote it.
Kayla and I are big Tampa Bay Rays fans. Oh, how convenient.
We wore Rays gear at work today because it's today's Jackie Robinson Day.
I did know that, but I think I'm the only baseball fan at my job.
Well, the other person was a Phillies fan, so she wore Phillies gear.
Ew.
She's from Philly, so I give her a pass.
Okay.
The other one wore like Gators. I'm like, you know their baseball team sucks right now, right? She goes, I don't care. Okay, cool.
Anyway. Kayla's a new season ticket holder.
It's so much fun.
However, we did go to opening day together at the Trop, and it was the best game ever. Not only did we win, which makes any game fabulous. What, Haley? What, Haley? You can have one peppermint. Okay. But it was opening day at the Trop, so the Trop got destroyed in Hurricane Milton, and they hadn't played a game at the Trop. What did they say? 560?
551 days or something like that.
Yeah. Over 500 days.
Yeah.
So it was so cool being back there, getting to experience all the things. While they were not playing there, they were playing at Steinbrenner Stadium in Tampa. I did not go there. I cannot go there.
I went to one game, and it was a free ticket. After that, I was like, oh, I'm not coming back here.
Not spending money at the Yankee Stadium. Not doing it. So we just swept the Yankees.
Yeah. It was great.
It was great.
I was surrounded by fans, and they were very salty about it.
But because all of that happened, Kayla didn't read.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
She went to multiple games. And that's okay. I love that for her. I am jealous. She got to meet Brett Phillips. And then he just liked her Instagram post. And I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
I'm going to a weekday game next week.
I saw it on the calendar.
So I have a meeting in Clearwater, an all-day meeting in Clearwater. And there was a game on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, I'll just go over and watch the game after work.
You may as well. I would do the same.
I'm so excited.
I'm not going to tell you where we live now because that's odd. But Kayla used to live in St. Pete, and so she would just go to games all the time.
I live 10 minutes from the stadium. It was great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Back to book club. That's why Kayla didn't read.
That's why I didn't read. I read through chapter 5.
I can't even be mad at her about it because I fully supporting the Rays. And if I could go to those games, I would.
It's a hike.
But my family bought Disney passes instead of Rays passes. So Kayla goes and spends her Saturdays at the Trop, and I spend my Saturdays at Magic Kingdom.
You know.
Priorities.
Compromises.
Kids and no kids. Anyway, so when I found out that she hadn't read at all, instead of just reading up to or through chapter 44, I read the whole book. Yes, this book was very easy to read in the sense of the chapters are super short. One of my most favorite things about a book ever. I stated it last time, and I'm going to state it again. I do not like long chapters. That is the only complaint I had about Pretty Girls, was that the chapters were 1,000,000 pages long. Do not hit me with a 45-minute chapter, Kendall, because I don't want it. These chapters were like 1 minute. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for that. I can read just one more.
Because now instead of going to bed at midnight, we're going to bed at 12:05.
Exactly.
Instead of 1 a.m. for midnight.
Yes. So, my daughter goes to dance, and so I read 10 chapters during dance last night and still had plenty of time left over. That was just finishing the book. I had 10 chapters left, and I read 10 chapters while we were at dance practice. So I like short chapters. I like being able to just like finish a chapter and then deciding, do I have time for one more? Well, no, because it's 45 minutes. Ugh. But yes, because it's only like a 2 or 3 minute chapter, I like that. So it was very easy to read in that aspect. And so I did enjoy that. I guess because I'm the only one who read it, I'm going to tell you guys what happens in the book. So
I'm excited because it's a fantasy.
This was my first fantasy.
Jessica doesn't typically read those, so this should be fun.
I am committed to book club, so I will read whatever it is that we're reading, even though my favorite genre is romance, whether that's dark or not.
I love romance.
I might prefer a little dark, but whether it's dark or not, I love romance. I'm a sucker for a happy ending. This book leaves you on a cliffhanger, so
it's fucked up.
I did not see that shit coming. Like, bravo. What happened at the end, I didn't hook, line, and sinker, okay? I bought the story until the end, and I was like, what? So here we go. Okay. The main characters are Eden, who is our female main character, and then we have 2 male characters, Osiris, which I had to ask my homegirls, how do you say this name? Because these fantasy books come with weird names. And Endrix. And then we have some side characters. Eden's best friend, Blythe. And then she has her little housemaid that you hear about her on and off throughout the book. Those are our main characters. Eden goes to... We read the synopsis of the story. So she goes to her enlightenment ceremony to get her... magical powers.
Sure.
Okay. And everybody in her family up to this point, like generation after generation after generation, have all been healers, and so that's what she was expecting to happen. That's not what happens. Out of nowhere, she is suddenly the goddess of purgatory, which is a big deal for multiple reasons. Number one, purgatory. She was just going to be a healer at home, so slight change in scenery. Number 2, she was just going to be a healer at home, and now she's a goddess. And so that's kind of a big promotion.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I don't like promotions.
I'm iffy on promotions.
I like the money.
I like the money. I don't like the increased responsibility.
Agreed.
We've discussed that before. We're both in management, and we don't know why. Yeah. Who chose us for adult positions is beyond me. So immediately after the ceremony, she meets Osiris, who is an Elysian warrior. Forgive me if I say things wrong. I say normal English words wrong. So you start throwing strange words at me and I'm going to screw it up for sure. Anyway, in my mind, that is like the angelic side of things. And then Endrix is from Helheim, which is the Hellion side of things. And so she's going to be in purgatory, deciding the fate of people who come through purgatory. Are they going to reside there or there? That's what I gathered.
Like heaven and hell.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's where they're going to spend eternity. She's going to be the decider of their fate. So
lots of responsibility.
That is a lot of responsibility. So at this little shindig that they're having after the enlightenment ceremony, she meets Osiris. She gets a little drunk off winter wine. And she ends up having a threesome with Osiris and this masked man that she has no idea who he is. Apparently Osiris doesn't either. I don't know.
I did read through this. She's like 200 years old or something. I was like, oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah. But apparently beautiful for her age.
I like it.
Anyway, after her adventure there, she wakes up the next morning. She's in purgatory in her castle. Osiris has had her belongings delivered, and they're quite fond of each other. That fondness grows throughout the story. He is there for her like every day. He does have to go back home to do his like daily duties, but he comes back almost every night. They're together all the time. He takes good care of her. He's very kind to her. He's very supportive. Very angelic in the way that he cares for her. Endrix shows up and is a jackass and is her trainer. He is going to train her on how to control and use her magic. He is a jerk from the moment he gets there and just continues to be a jerk over and over again.
Awesome.
Yep. They share a lot of time together because he trains her on physical combat. He takes her to... We looked up this word because I don't know how to say it.
Which word was it?
Basically, it's a cemetery.
Oh, it's a Latin word for cemetery.
Yep.
Coimatorium.
That's not how it sounded.
Coimatorium.
I don't like the way that sounded either.
Coimatorium.
Coimatorium.
I don't like it.
So he takes her through the Death Woods, which is an enchanted forest, not enchanted in a good way, to that place, the cemetery where the previous gods of purgatory are buried, so that she can obtain the book, Death's
Grimoire.
It's
like a book of spells. So think Hocus Pocus, the book with the eye. That's... Yeah, that. So they're called grimoires.
It's just one of my impersonations I did there. Okay, I'll help you in a minute, Haley.
She said you sound like a ghost when you said book.
Okay. So they do get there. She does obtain the book. She has to kind of pass a test to do that, and that test was sketchy AF. But she did pass it, so good on her. And then they have to come back through the Death Woods. The Death Woods contains creatures that can sound like anything. And so they imitate her friend. Mm-hmm. And so she kind of gets lost in the woods. Endrix saves her. Haley, Please don't do that. Endrick saves her. They end up having to stay overnight in like this abandoned cabin. And she mentions with both of them, like with Osiris, she mentions like this electricity that she feels between the two of them when they touch. And then with Endrix, she mentions like a heat between the two of them.
Is it he from hell?
Well, he is from hell, but she also kind of mentions it sexually.
Oh, okay. Here, Haley, go. Nope. Yep. It's
so, good. At one point, she realizes that she has a new marking that she wasn't aware of on the back of her shoulder, I think it was. And when she looks it up in her book of libraries, it's the fated mate mark. So she has a fated mate.
Fated mates.
She doesn't know who it is.
Oh, shit.
And she was with two people at the party for her threesome. So she doesn't know which one of them it is. She doesn't even know who the masked man is. So that's a thing. As it turns out, the masked man is Endrix. Spoiler. So
when does she find that out? Does she know that yet?
She does find it out.
Oh, okay.
I just can't remember.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Don't ask me questions.
Okay. Continue.
So they do make it back to the castle safely, but in the Death Woods on the way back, they do end up encountering one of those things that can sound like anything. And her dog gets injured. And in that process, one of her abilities is to resurrect the dead. And so she does. She has tried previously in their training and failed, but she is so upset in this moment and she does it. And so Endrix is like, how'd you do it? That's so good. You did it and whatever. And she's like, I have no idea how I did it. I was just so upset. I don't know what happened. It just happened. So they get back to the castle. Of course, Osiris is there waiting for her. And she's like, I'm taking a couple days to rest. And he's like, Endrix is like, cool, I'm going back to Helheim. I'll see you in a bit. So he does. He goes back. Her and Osiris do what they do. He takes her down to see the veil and tells her, like, you know, eventually you'll be able to open the veil, which would allow her to pass, or others pass between realms. And so in showing her this, he shows her the hall that leads to it, which is also enchanted, not in a good way. It plays on your biggest fears, and the hall shifts as well. So it's very easy to get lost down there if you don't know what you're looking for. And those things are put in place to protect the veil so that someone who shouldn't be there isn't there.
That makes sense.
So she does go down there with Osiris, and she does see it, and she does try to open the veil, but she is not ready yet, and so she ends up, like, getting blown back and, you know, a little knocked out, a little concussion, whatever.
It's fine.
No big deal.
It's fine.
And then, you know, Osiris takes her back to her room and blah, blah, blah. Well, Endrix comes back, and you find that, like, he gets a message that a bird has brought him, and it said, I know that sounds weird, and it says, I think it was a crow, but I can't remember the exact bird.
Even better.
And it's a scroll, and it's from Helheim, and it says that permission had been granted, and you're like, what did he need permission for? What's going on? Well, as it turns out, you do find out. He comes back to see Eden, and when she comes out dressed in her training gear, all of a sudden Blythe is there. And she's like, oh my gosh, how did you get her here? This is so exciting. Has Endrix suddenly decided to be nice to me? Like, what's going on? But she doesn't care because Blythe is there, and she's been missing her so badly, and she's so excited to see her. So he's like, Eden, we have training to do. like, so glad your friend is here. Now we need to train. And she's like, oh, no, give us like an hour. Let me show her around. And he's like, nope, we need to train now. And she's like, no, give us some time. And he immediately kills Blythe. And when he does that, she's like, what have you done? What have you done? And he's like, bring her back to life. This is your training.
It's a dick move.
Welcome to training today. Resurrect her. And she's freaking out, of course. Like, I told you I didn't know how to do it. I told you I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, go ahead. Learn how to do it now. You needed the push. We had to pick somebody important. So, Haley. Oh. So he's like, anytime now. So she spends like a whole day trying and not being successful. And then at the end of the day, he's like, okay, well, I think we should take her inside and call it a day. And she's freaking out. And he's like, you have 72 hours, so you need to figure it out. She's so mad at him.
No biggie.
So she's like, just leave. So he does. He leaves and goes to the guest house. Her and her dog get I call it a dog. I think it's called something different in here, but in my mind, it's like a dog.
It probably is a dog.
It's a dog. Thank you, Haley. They get her friend inside. She tries some more. It's not working. And then she falls asleep, sleeps for the night, takes a shower, gets some food, whatever. She's going to figure this out. Before she does all of that, she goes back out to the guest house where Hendrix is. She's so mad at him. They start arguing and fighting, and then next thing you know, they're fucking. I don't know how it led to that, because I feel like if Kayla was laying dead in the living room, I'm not going to be down with that.
With the person who killed her? Jesus.
But I don't know how a fated mate feels. I have a soulmate, and I am married to him, but I feel like I still wouldn't be doing that if she was depending on me to save her life.
Yeah.
Wasting precious moments. So, they do that. And she notices that while they're doing that she feels her power getting stronger and that her body is in tune with his body. Their heartbeats sync up. Her magic is flowing through her like never before. All these things. Well, afterwards, she sees that he has the same fated mate marking that she does. So they have a screaming match about that. And he tells her that he knew, which pisses her off even more.
Yeah, that tracks.
And then he begins to tell her that he is trying to make her hate him because he is trying to protect her from his father. His father is the king of Helheim, and if they were to be together, he would use her to control who goes into Helheim so that he could build whatever kind of army he wants and take over the realms. And it seemed very plausible to me.
Yeah, that tracks.
He said that he watched his father control his mother. She was fated to be with someone else and was very happy with that person. But she came from a very magical and powerful family. And so he stole her away, got her pregnant, and then threw her in prison because he didn't need her anymore.
What the fuck?
I know. And then when Hendrix was older, he put him in prison across from his mother. So he had to watch her like rot and die.
What?
Yes. His father's a POS.
No.
So he's like, I am protecting you from him. And so he's like, I'm sorry about what happened with Blythe, but like I did what I had to do because you have to figure this out.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, so I still hate you. And when I figure out and learn how to resurrect her, that's the last thing she has to do, then I'll be able to open the veil. And when I do that, then you can go back to Helheim. You are no longer welcome in purgatory, and I never want to see you again. And he was like, agreed. Perfect. Let's do it.
He's like, that was my plan all along.
So now that she's had her fill of him, she goes back, gets some sleep, takes a shower, gets something to eat. She grabs some stuff from her room. Haley,
no.
Please be quiet.
Leave it there. Just leave it.
It's making too much noise.
It makes noise. Come back over in color or something.
She grabs some stuff from her room that reminds her of Blythe, and then she goes back to Blythe. Oh, Blythe. It takes her a while, but she does bring her back to life. Woo. The struggle she was having before, she would be able to find her in the spiritual world that she was going to, but could never get close enough to her to be able to tether her back to her body, basically. And so she's finally able to do that. When she comes to, they, hug and snuggle.
Did she know that she was dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she knows that something happened. She doesn't know exactly what happened, but she's like, what happened? The last thing I remember is I was talking to you, and then all of a sudden I got really cold and then hot all over, and then I blacked out.
Did she tell her that asshole killed you?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And so they go to sleep, they get up and have breakfast, and then she tells Blythe, I'm going to take you down to see the veil. And then once we do that, this is going to be our plan. And they come up with one. So she takes Blythe down to see the veil. On the way, the enchantment that plays on your biggest fears plays on hers, and Blythe's fear is spiders.
Jessica hates spiders.
I hate spiders. I was like, why does it have to be spiders?
Why couldn't it be butterflies?
Right. But they do make it there. They make it to the veil. And at this point, Eden is able to open the veil. And so she does. They are able to view Elysian, the heaven version in this book. And so it's beautiful. Neither one of them have ever seen it before. So they know that she can do it now. So she finishes doing that. And they're like, okay, so Blythe, we're going to go back into the castle. You go to the guest house and get Endrix. I'm going to go get Osiris because he has come back now and is in the den with the housekeeper. I'm going to go get him. We're going to meet back here at the Vale, and we're sending Endrix home.
Why do they need Osiris?
For fun.
Oh, okay. I was just making that. No.
Didn't want him to be left out, I guess.
I didn't know if there was a reason. Okay, cool.
Nope.
All right, cool.
So they start heading back out down the long hallway that shifts and it is enchanted. And right as Blythe gets to the end and crosses over into the castle, the hall shifts, and so Eden is stuck in there. And so she tells Blythe through the wall, go get Endrix, I'll find another way out. Well, she does, but when she comes out, she's like in her room that has her healing potions and things in it that she made because she grew up that way. And it's got like her plants and stuff in there. She comes out in there, but like a bunch of her stuff is broken, and she's like, who's been in here? So anyway, she moves on from that because she doesn't have time. She's got to get to the Vale. So she goes and gets Osiris, and he's like, I've heard you've had a big adventure today. And she's like, yes, I have. Let me show you. In the meantime, Blythe goes and gets Endrix, and he's like, well, by you showing up at my door, I can see that she's done the last thing she needed to do. So we're going to go.
Did Blythe at least punch him or something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yay.
And we're going to send me home. Yep, that's what we're doing. So they all take off to the Vale. Blythe and Endrix are a little bit ahead of Osiris and Eden, but eventually they all make it there.
Is it like a door-ish thing?
Well, there is a big door leading to the Room of Revelation.
Uh-huh.
And then once you get in it, there's like a catwalk, and then the veil is up there.
Like the thing that Sirius fell through in Harry
Potter? Kinda. Haley, you gotta stop messing with the camera.
Don't touch it. Just leave it alone. You're fine. Just watch where your feet go. It's fine.
Okay. So I did want to read this last little bit to you because this is where I was like, ah! So she opens the veil, and it opens to Helheim because that's what they're looking for. That's where they're going to send him back to. And it's not at all what she pictured. She thought it was going to be like a place covered in fire and smoke.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's pretty?
She says, there are obsidian skyscrapers intricately lined in gold. Sitting above all the buildings stands a hauntingly beautiful castle made of the same stone in golden inlay. Bridges cross over rivers of fire, and the horizon is filled with smoke. So she's not sure if what she's looking at, like, did I open it to the wrong place? Indrix smirks, welcome to Helheim. I'm at a loss of words. This is nothing like what I've ever been told or even read about Helheim. Finally, Osiris growls. White hot pain rips across my chest, sending me to my knees. I crash to the stone floor, gasping for air. The room begins to spin around me and a high-pitched ringing whines in my ears. Panic sets in and it feels as if my throat is closing. The pain intensifies, crawling up my neck, and I scratch at my leather-bound top, unsure of what is happening. It feels as if I am drowning. Let me move the camera.
Let me pull this up. Haley, move that way or something. Your feet keep hitting it, baby. Put your feet towards the gate. Haley, feet towards the gate.
There you go.
Perfect. Lay down before we start again. So that way when your feet spread out, you just went right back to the same position. Perfect. There you go. Good job. High five.
Okay. The leather gives way and I tear it from my chest. I stare down in shock at what I am seeing. Running my hand across my sternum, I feel nothing but my smooth skin. I frantically search for the cause of this immense pain. A shrill scream comes from Blythe, and the sound of gurgling halts my panic. I jerk my body around, and the blood drains from my face. Time seems to move in slow motion as my brain comprehends what I see. Indrix is slumped over, holding his chest. Blood pours from his mouth. A dagger is lodged deep through his sternum, and Osiris holds the hilt. I frantically drag myself backward from the nightmare playing out before my eyes. Osiris jerks Indrix's head back, and his lips have already turned a pale shade of gray from asphyxiation. Blue streaks crawl out from the dagger, up Indrix's neck and across his face. The same blue-colored liquid drops off the hilt of the blade. I realize I have seen this liquid before, and my mind races to connect hidden dots. The alchemy tower, Nightshade. So that's who was in her room of potions and things.
So, like, the dagger was dipped in Nightshade?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Is Indrix a werewolf?
I don't know what he is.
Okay.
Why are you asking me that? He's a Hellion.
Oh, I was just curious because Nightshade is it's... Okay, continue.
I've seen Zootopia.
God damn. Continue.
Indrix, I choke out. I scramble to get to my feet, and another shock of pain rips through my chest as Osiris twists the dagger. So she's feeling
what he's, because they're fated mates.
Pain. Yes.
Ah.
The sound of bones crunching echoes throughout the room as Osiris wrenches it from Indrix's sternum. I land on all fours, wildly gasping for air. Indrix hits the ground with a thud. Indrix, I cry out as I pull myself across the floor. I reach out, attempting to grab his hand. Blood spurts from his mouth as he wheezes, struggling to breathe. I feel his heartbeat falling out of rhythm with my own, and it seems much fainter. Our fingertips brush just as Osiris hauls his body up into the air. He pulls Indrix's blue-streaked face up to his own. I have waited a great deal of time for this, Osiris smirks. My body will no longer move, and my vision begins to blur around the edges. I can feel Indrix's heartbeat barely pulsing throughout my own veins. Tears stream down my face as I helplessly watch Osiris toss Indrix's body through the veil back to Helheim. My gut wrenches as I cry out, "No!" The purple swirls cloud the corner of the frame. "No, please," I beg, snot running down my face. The image of Indrix's body in Helheim fades away in the purple mist, and the veil seals shut, cutting off my connection to Indrix completely.
Could she not open it again?
Maybe not if she's that weak. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
My stomach drops as Osiris swiftly turns on his heel in my direction. I attempt to turn my head in search of Blythe. I desperately will my body to move even an inch, but my efforts are fruitless. I can no longer sense Endrick's heartbeat with my own, and it feels as though a piece of my soul has been torn from my body. Osiris squats down in front of me. Fuck you, I spit. He grabs my chin, jerking my face toward him. It is just you and I now, little hellion, he smirks. I have a few loose ends to tie up first, though. He slams my head back down onto the stone, and pain echoes through my skull, taking my breath, leaving me in a daze. Osiris places a finger on my forehead and growls, "Dispel." The world around me begins to fade, and I am consumed by darkness.
You said he was an angel.
He was! Didn't see that coming.
That's the end of the book.
They do have a part 2 coming out. I think June or July. It's one of the J months in the summer. And I'm just kind of left like, what? Also reminded of Frozen.
Fucking Hans.
It was a very Hans moment.
Remember that movie came out and everyone was like in the theaters with their kids. The kids like knew what was going on, but the parents felt betrayed because they're like, "What?
Hans was the bad guy. Osiris was the bad guy.
What if he's doing it for a good reason? Like maybe he has a, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like his dad or something.
Whose dad? Endrick's dad?
Yeah.
Apparently nobody likes him. He's the king of Helheim.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're killing Endrick's for it, though. What's up, boo?
I was telling Bubba he set up the Freddy's Pizzeria box, but I want to play with him, but he won't let me.
Yeah, he's not ready right now.
Go play something else. It's okay. She's like that, motherfucker. Well, she has 72 hours to revive him. If she's awake.
Well, right now
It seems like she's not.
She's in a trance.
Awesome. Is that what Dispel means? Did they explain what Dispel does earlier in the book?
Yes. Let me see if I can find where.
Let's Google it in the book. Here.
Okay. He has done it before when him and Endrick's were fighting. He said dispel to Endrick's.
Uh-huh.
And the room suddenly darkens, void of all sound, as the walls of the bathroom fade away. If I truly wanted to get rid of you, I would, though I do enjoy the thought of leaving you here, confined to the darkest corners of your own twisted little mind.
So it, puts them in their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
And he did do that, by the way.
And Endrick says, your illusions do not scare me in that moment.
So it puts them, in their mind.
And they have discussed this because she knows that he can do it. And she says, have you ever had to use that on your own men? And he says, yes. When we've been out in battle, somebody that was going to die, I would do that so that they could be surrounded by family at the time of death or something like that.
Oh, they don't like each other. Why were they fighting?
Over her.
Oh, okay, cool. So they both know that she's with both of them. I mean, they had her at the same time, clearly, but at the beginning of the book, but...
I think they thought that was going to be a one-time thing. Like, they both thought that to each other. And then when Osiris goes back with her and stays with her the whole time, neither one of them like each other.
So maybe he killed him because of her.
I mean, but then why would he do her like that?
I think he needed to return the body to Helheim for some reason. Listen, I didn't read the book. I'm just making assumptions based off of what you told me.
I just don't know. Like, she was already sending him back.
Yeah.
Didn't want him to come back ever.
Like, what's the reason why he needs to be dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Interesting. So, there's that.
So you left us on a cliffhanger, Tanya. That's what you did. Anyway, my first fantasy. I am left wanting to know what the heck is happening?
What Osiris did and why.
And I, this whole time, have been feeling like I don't like Hendrix and I like Osiris, and now I'm torn. What do I feel, Tanya? What do I feel?
Maybe we're supposed to hate both of them. Is this supposed to be happily ever after? So usually, whenever there's some authors that they've written enough that you know like where their books go, right?
This is their first book.
This is their first book, so we don't know where they end up.
Yeah. I don't know. So I will be interested to see what happens next. But that was a good cliffhanger to leave on.
That is a good cliffhanger.
That was a good spot.
Kind of messed up, but good.
It was kind of messed up, but
just
also good.
Just a little.
From a reader's perspective, as soon as I read that, I was reading this at dance practice. And as soon as I read that, I was like, that's the end? That's the end? Oh no. I don't know what happens. So I reread like that last chapter like 3 times, trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything that was going to give away like maybe an inkling of what's to come. No, there's no inkling, so we'll just have to wait.
Rebecca Yaros did that to us in the last book on her series. It went from, what did you do? And the other person's like, what you asked me to do. And they're like, oh, okay, what's next? Acknowledgements. I'm sorry, what? Because a lot of shit.
Trying to go back and flip through the book. What did you ask?
Like,
what
wait,
did you ask?
Are we missing pages? Like, what? So, but she does leave all of her books on cliffhangers, so.
So, if you are just getting into fantasy, this might be a good place to start for you. Because, like I said, the chapters are short, so it is easy to read in that aspect. Maybe don't watch this video first, because I gave everything away.
Now that they're at the end of the book. It's fine. It's fine.
If you watch book club, you know that the whole thing is full of spoilers. We are talking about what we read.
Yeah.
So that is the point of book club, is to go over what we discussed or discuss what we read and what we thought about it. So kudos to you on leaving me on that cliffhanger, because
That's insane.
it did its job. I am wanting to know more. So, there you go. There you have it.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm going to be thinking about that ending for, like, weeks to come. Like, why?
She's going to think of Hans the whole time.
They just need true love's kiss.
No
but they've
one
already
can
kissed.
ever
She's
love
kissed
you.
everyone. So I don't know how we're going to save this. Also, I don't know the rules in fantasy. So, apparently you can be dead here for 72 hours. But is that only in purgatory? Because now he's in Helheim. I don't know the rules. And now I'm going to be bothered. That's when you know it's good. That's when you know the ending's good.
That
when
you're
I'm
bothered.
still thinking about it. So anyway.
What do we want to read for next week?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to cry? Do you want romance? We got another mystery, The Pretty Girls author. With your 45-minute chapters.
Oh, God. Is it like that again?
I don't know. I haven't looked at them. I just know that she has.
I bet that's how
the
she
book
writes.
that was at the end of that one is book 1. And there's the second book's out. I don't know how long the series is, but
Was Pretty Girls part of a...
no.
Oh, okay. It was the other books that you were talking about.
Yeah, the one at the end of that one is book 1 to a series that she has.
Gotcha.
And I think there's 2 books out. I don't know how many there's supposed to be, but yeah. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
We could read any of the... I think these are just romance with the Hex, Twisted, Hook, Scarred books.
I always forget about those.
I know, until I look back and I'm like, oh yeah.
We could do a crier.
Okay.
I feel like I'm due for a good cry. I'm telling you.
It always ends badly.
Breathe With Me from the Play for Keeps series.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that one.
I don't know if I stopped crying during the whole book. To the point that Lance walked in and was like, is everything okay? And I was like, it's the book.
Okay. So, some that I know a lot of people cry about are Rebecca Yaros, who writes the Dragon books. She writes other contemporary romance novels.
Okay.
So one of them is The Last Letter, and the other one is Things We Leave Unfinished. We can read the synopsis on both of those and then go from that.
It will be in my library.
So The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. 434 pages. So, The Last Letter is haunting, heartbreaking, and ultimately inspirational love story. Beckett, if you're reading this, well, you know, the last letter drill. You made it. I didn't. Get off the guilt train, because I know if there were any chance you could have saved me, you would have. I need one thing from you. Get out of the army and get to Telluride.
Isn't that a car?
That's what I
thought. Telluride?
That's how it's spelled the same way, too.
I feel like we looked at one of those.
My little sister, Ella, is raising the twins alone. She's too independent and won't accept help easily, but she has lost our grandmother, our parents, and now me. It's too much for anyone to endure. It's not fair. And here's the kicker. There's something else you don't know that's tearing her family apart. She's going to need help. So if I'm gone, that means I can't be there for Ella. I can't help them through this, but you can. So I'm begging you, as my best friend, go take care of my sister, my family. Please don't make her go through it alone. Ryan.
Are we expecting a love story to come out of this between Becca?
I can only assume. It says inspirational love story.
What's tearing her family apart?
I don't know.
Other than everybody dying.
No. A secret. I don't know. So, there's that. The letter. The last letter.
That is on Kindle Unlimited.
It is.
What else do we have?
The other one is The Things We Leave Unfinished. I feel like...
I think this is a series or no?
No. No, that's The Things... It's a similar title. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I'm glad you read my mind.
So this one, told in alternating timelines. I feel like
Jesus.
I feel like we need to be aware of that before we get into it.
Before I get all confused.
Yes.
Have to call 1-800-ASK-GARY.
The Things We Leave Unfinished examines the risk we take for love, the scars too deep to heal, and the endings we can't bring ourselves to see coming. 28-year-old Georgia Stanton has to start over after she gave up almost everything in a brutal divorce. The New York house, the friends, and her pride. Now back home at her late grandmother's estate in Colorado, she finds herself face to face with Noah Harrison, the best-selling author of 1 million books where the cover is always people nearly kissing. He's just as arrogant in person as in interviews, and she'll be damned if the good-looking writer of love stories thinks he's the one to finish her grandmother's final novel, even if the publisher swears he's the perfect fit. Noah's at his pinnacle of his career with book and movie deals galore. There isn't much the golden boy of modern fiction hasn't accomplished, but he can't walk away from what might be the best book of the century, the one his idol, Scarlett Stanton, left unfinished. Coming up with a fitting ending for the legendary author is one thing, but dealing with her beautiful, stubborn, cynical great-granddaughter, Georgia, is quite another. But as they read Scarlett's words in both the manuscript and her box of letters, they start to realize why Scarlett never finished the book. It's based on her real-life romance with a World War II pilot, and the ending isn't a happy one. Georgia knows all too well that love never works out, and while the chemistry and connection between her and Noah is undeniable, she's as determined as ever to learn from her great-grandmother's mistakes, even if it means destroying Noah's career. That seems crazy. Let's see. So there was a website. Let me see if I can find it. It's like a website supposed to like give you book recommendations based on books that you liked. WhatShouldIReadNext.com. You type in a book that you liked, and it brings up a list of at least 10 books you would probably enjoy as well. What's a book that we really liked? I think that was an ad. I tricked you. I don't know. Hit enter again? Or click there, then hit enter? Oh, scroll down. That was a thing. Keep scrolling. I don't understand. Those are all ads. At least I think so. What's the orange continue? So scroll down.
Oh, you gotta sign up.
I don't want to sign up.
I don't want to sign up either.
This is stupid.
I hate emails.
Okay. The last letter. Go. Yeah, I don't want to sign up. Oh, popular. Maybe you're supposed to pick a subject.
What do you think that would be?
So, I guess the subject that falls under the last letter is science fiction. Human alien encounters.
Nope.
Adventure stories, fantasy fiction, time travel. I don't know. Adventures. Nope, that was an ad too. You know what? I don't like this website.
I picked love stories and I got New Moon.
From something
Eclipse.
Who the hell? Water for Elephants supposed to be. So I didn't like that movie.
Water for Elephants?
It made me sad.
I really liked The Help.
The Help was good.
50 Shades of Grey is a love story?
Technically, yeah.
The first one? I don't think that's a love story.
Well, I mean, it is. They get together.
Mama's book club then.
No.
Book club is not done yet, baby. Did you brush your teeth? I heard you in there.
The Memory Keeper's Daughter, I've heard that's a... Let's see. See if it's on Kindle. Memory Keepers.
Like a toothpaste.
A novel.
Mom, look. A toothpaste. Mom, look. A toothpaste.
Why is there a toothpaste in here? Me neither.
I didn't know it was in.
Kim Edwards' stunning novel begins on a winter night in 1964 in Lexington, Kentucky, when a blizzard forces Dr. David Henry to deliver his own twins. His son, born first, is perfectly healthy, but the doctor immediately recognizes that his daughter has Down syndrome. Rationalizing it as a need to protect Nora, his wife, he makes a split-second decision that will alter all of their lives forever. He asks his nurse Caroline to take the baby away to an institution and never to reveal the secret. Instead, she disappears into another city to raise the child herself. So begins this beautifully told story that unfolds over a quarter of a century, in which these two families, ignorant of each other, are yet bound by the fateful decision made by that winter night long ago.
I feel like I've seen this on Lifetime.
It probably was.
Mom, can I put this thing on?
Not right now.
That's insane.
Book club
The Lake of Dreams. I know what I'll do.
Well, this really gives it away.
What does?
The name of this book is called They Both Die at the End.
What?
I kind of want to know what that's about. Let's see. Mistakes were made.
One of Us is Lying.
I feel like that's a TV
So
show.
romance and thriller suspense.
Oh, this is a book series. Book 1. Oh, no.
Look at you.
Okay, well, I don't think I like this website. Hey, can you get off of my bookshelves, please? Thank you. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Nuh-uh.
I feel like she had another contemporary novel, but I can't remember. Oh, maybe it's Variation. When did this come out? 2024. Elite ballerina Ali is no stranger to pressure.
I'm sorry?
I don't know how to say that last name. When her mother's eyes always watching, perfection was expected no matter the cost. But when an injury jeopardizes all she sacrificed for, Ali returns to her summer home to heal and recover. But the memories she's tried to forget rush in and threaten to take her under. As a Coast Guard rescue swimmer, Hudson Ellis knows that hesitation can mean the difference between life and death. He always prided himself on being in the right place at the right time, especially when it came to Allie, until the night he left for basic. After the biggest regret of his life, the secret he keeps means he can never be with the one woman he wants more than his next breath. When Hudson's niece shows up on Allie's doorstep, desperate to find her birth mother, Allie finds herself in an unimaginable position. Allie and Hudson's past and present might be endlessly complicated. The thread that tied them to each other all those years ago may have unraveled, but the truth could pull them back together or drive them apart forever. Interesting. In the likely event, when Izzy gets on a plane to go home, she isn't expecting much. It's the usual holiday travel experience. Busy, crowded, stressful. Then she spots her seatmate, who is anything but ordinary. Nate Felon, sports, dark hair, blue eyes, and a deliciously rugged charm that Izzy can't resist. Their connection is undeniable. Izzy can't resist. Izzy never believed in destiny before, but she does now. Just 90 seconds after takeoff, their plane goes down in the Missouri River. Their lives change. They change. Nate goes on to a career in the military, while Izzy finds her way into politics. Despite a few chance encounters over the years, the timing never feels right. Then comes a high-stakes reunion in Afghanistan, where Nate is tasked with protecting Izzy's life. Ooh. He'll do anything to keep her safe and everything to win her heart.
Okay.
I don't know. Ooh, John Green. He definitely makes people cry.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to read that.
John Green books. Did you read any of the popular ones that became movies?
Probably not. You know who makes people cry is Nicholas Sparks. Ooh, what if we read that one book that you bought? With Nicholas Sparks and M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
What is that called?
M. Night Shyamalan. Nicholas Sparks.
There it is. Remain.
Yep,
a supernatural love story. Oh, that's going to be weird.
It's only 338 pages.
A one-of-a-kind novel that grapples with the supernatural mysteries of life, death, and human connection. An unprecedented collaboration between the globally best-selling author of love stories like The Notebook and the renowned writer and director of blockbuster thrillers like The Sixth Sense. Why didn't they list The Village?
That's the one that truly huffed me up. I agree.
Oh, I like it. You did a good job. Go show Kayla. That looks really nice.
It's a short book.
Coming soon as a major motion picture.
Oh,
directed
shit.
by M. Night Shyamalan. And starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Phoebe something.
I don't know who that is.
She wrote pretty.
Oh, good job.
Nice job on your letters, hey. Okay, when New York architect Tate Donovan arrives in Cape Cod to design his best friend's summer home, he is hoping to make a fresh start. Recently discharged from an upscale psychiatric facility where he was treated for acute depression, he's still wrestling with the pain of losing his beloved sister.
Aww.
Sylvia's deathbed revelation that she can see spirits who are still tethered to the living world, a gift that runs in their family.
Oh, okay.
Weird. Sits uneasily with Tate, who struggles to believe in more than what reason can explain. But when he takes up residence at a historic bed and breakfast on the Cape... Let me finish, okay? He encounters a beautiful young woman named Wren who will challenge every assumption he has about his logical and controlled world. Tate and Wren find themselves forging an immediate connection, one that neither has ever experienced before. But Tate gradually discovers that below the surface of Wren's
Idyllic?
I hate that word. I don't like the way it looks. I'm sorry. Hate, we're not allowed to say hate. I dislike that word. Idyllic, small town life, hatred, jealousy, and greed are festering, threatening their fragile relationship just as it begins to blossom. Tate realizes that in order to free Ren from an increasingly desperate fate, he will need to unearth the truth about her past before time runs out. A quest that will make him doubt whether we can ever believe the stories we tell about ourselves and the laws that govern our existence. Love, while transformative, can sometimes be frightening. A story about the power of transcendent emotion. Remain, ask us all. Can love set us free, not only from our greatest sorrows, but even from the boundaries of life and death?
It's going to be a weird one.
It sounds weird.
I like that book.
You like that book?
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is pretty.
And they have that like a heart.
You want to read that one, or we want to pick a different one?
I'm good with that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're going to be,
Mama,
what, the F at the end, or we're going to cry. Or maybe both.
Mama.
We're either going to start the next episode with this piece of shit. Haley, we're still doing book club, love.
So, we're going to do Remain, and it is by Nicholas Sparks and M. Night Shyamalan. And apparently there's a movie coming out with Jake Gyllenhaal in it. So, yeah. It is 338 pages, so I think we're going to finish it in the week.
Yeah.
So, we'll talk about it next week. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, cool. We'll see you guys next week.
Happy reading!
Bye.
Happy reading.